So today, we're going to go over tree spikes. When you get your tree spikes out of the box, you will have parts. Your first part will be your stirrup and your shank. This part right here is called your foot strap. The part that actually touches the tree is called your gaff, G-A-F-F. This is called your gaff. A tree gaff is very long. Pole gaffs are very short. Make sure you're using tree gaffs when climbing trees. These tree gaffs happen to be replaceable, so when they wear out, they can be replaced. It's important to take notice at the shape of your tree gaff. You might even want to take a digital picture in case you ever have to sharpen them. You want to put them back in the same exact position they are currently in. You have another strap. This will be your calf strap. We'll have a pad for comfort. And you'll have a sleeve. You'll also have hardware for assembling your gaffs. This is a tree gaff. Again, your stirrup, the part that goes under your foot, your gaff, the part that spikes into the tree, your foot strap, your shank, the silver part here is your sleeve, your pad, and your calf strap. When adjusting, your sleeve will go up and down the shank. When adjusting, you want to set them so that they're 2 fingers below your knee. 2 fingers below your knee will face. This buckle is facing the front towards the toes of the foot. So this is the right spur for the right foot of the climber. This part will go around the ankle, and this part will face towards the toes. This is the stirrup, this is the gaff, and this is the shank. Before we assemble anything, we will put our pad on. In order to put the pad on in the proper direction, you will slide it on the shank. Push it all the way down, we will slide it up later, and it should be facing forward in that position. Next, we will assemble our sleeve. Our sleeve will go over here, and we will adjust this to the proper height. I am wearing one right now, and the proper height for your sleeve should be approximately 2 finger widths away from your knee. Make sure they're even, and I will assemble them with the hardware. When tightening your hardware, you want to make sure that you tighten it so that you do not completely collapse the locking washers. Nice and snug is best. When putting on your top calf, you will simply slide your pad up to the appropriate height. Okay. So now that you have the pad at the appropriate height so that the buckle can make it, the strap can make it through all the appropriate holes, we will simply slide it through the first strap. We'll set our depth close to the edge. This will wrap around our leg. Next, we will go through the second loop. This is a very stiff strap, and I recommend to pull it through each loop individually each time. The next step will be to go through the tree sleeve. Like so. So there we have our shank and our tree sleeve, and we have run the buckle through there. There is one more at the end of the pad, and this is why I recommend to do them one at a time. This strap is very stiff, and if you were to try to go through all 3 at the same time, you would encounter a great deal of difficulty. When putting your spur on, when putting your tree gaff on, you want to step into the stirrup, and you want to assemble your foot strap first. You will simply come around the back of your heel, lifting your jeans to make sure they don't get entangled. and you will buckle this up. Now, unlike your tree saddle, you want to tighten these down extra tight to ensure for a good, sturdy fit. You go around the top of your calf, and buckle them up. Again, they are 2 finger widths below my knees. They are very, very snug, very, very tight on each side. And you will notice both of my gaffs are in the insides of my feet. When walking on pavement, you want to bow out your knees so as not to touch the spikes onto the hard concrete. So every time you put your tree spikes on, it's a good idea to check all the rivets and make sure your straps are not too worn. You do not want them to pop while you're in a tree. Also, your pad could get worn out, and make sure that all your hardware is nice, tightly, firm attached. When climbing with tree spikes, you want to generally use them only on trees that you are going to remove, so as not to spike the tree and make holes in it and carry disease from tree to tree. Otherwise, you could climb without them, which I will show you later in my video. If you do choose to use these for pruning, it's a good idea to use alcohol wipes on the spikes so that you won't transmit a disease from one tree to the other. I have spiked many, many, many trees in my life, and they are all still standing, so don't feel too bad if you spike a tree.